Well, hi, I'm Jay Arthur, author of Lean Six Sigma Demystified and QI Macros. I don't know about you, but every once in a while I go back and reread books uh, about quality, and I've been getting back into Deming. Now, this was published in 1986, so it's about 35 years old, but it's still relevant today. But one of the things I found in here was he was using control charts rather than on time series data to on more discrete data. And so what we have here is he shows some welders and how many faults the welders have. If you take this data, kind of with your mouse, if you know what you're doing, you could go choose a C chart. But the control chart wizard would pick that one for you easily. So here you can see most of our welders are in control, but one welder, number 6, is out of control. And Deming suggests that when people are in control, no amount of training will make them better. And he even has examples from professional golfers, which I found interesting. But here you have one person who's out of control, and so training would be a useful thing to help them get back into some sort of performance control with everyone else. All right, so that's a pretty simple application of a control chart. But he also had some examples for inspectors. And how many defects do the inspectors find? And again, we can take this data. Control chart wizard will ask if there can be more than one defect, but in this case, the answer is no. So we're going to go with a P chart. And here you can see that, oh my gosh, like everything's out of control. So our inspection process is completely out of control, and so training everybody might really help out a bit here. Now, the other thing is just comparing A, B, C, D inspectors. Now, that's kind of an interesting chart, isn't it? And the other interesting thing I find about this is, that so many people rant and rave about, well, you need 20 points to do a control chart. Well, Deming did one with 4. Come on. All right. And here's one from some data I have about physicians' adverse events during deliveries of children. And if we take that data right there, we can come up to the QI macros, and again, we can come in and choose a P chart. And so here you can see most of them are in process control, but we have one MD, number 1, who's out of control. And so it would be useful to come back and give that doctor some training in how to avoid adverse events, right? And we have some other people down here that are pretty low, and they might be the good people to train. All right, so I find this was a pretty interesting way to use a control chart to compare performance of different people on different types of data. So that's my improvement insight for this week. Use QI macros, compare people, figure out who needs the training, figure out who doesn't need more training. Once you're in statistical process control, the only thing Deming says that will change this is to change the system. And who controls the system? Leadership. All right. So that's my improvement insight for this week. Let's go out and improve something this week. Are you still using line, bar, and pie charts from the last century? You might want to consider control charts, Pareto charts, and histograms. Smart charts for the 21st century.